Okay, this video is going to go over synthetic division and how it works. The main thing to keep in mind, you're going to be given a root. In these problems, the root is, hold on. Okay, there we go. The root is going to be that number on the outside there. This long thing there, that's your polynomial, okay? So what we're doing is we're given a polynomial. The root is an answer of that polynomial. We're dividing that out and then tackling what's left over. Okay? It's just like if you were trying to, let's say I gave you the number 30, and you're trying to find all the numbers that go into 30. Well, if I told you 5 goes into 30, you divide out the 5, you're left with 6. Okay, now you look at what goes into 6, and then that tells you what went into 30. That's kind of what we're doing here. Okay? Just with polynomials and not easy numbers. Okay, the way synthetic division works. I'm going to start off by drawing this unique division box. Okay. Outside of the box is going to be your root, so -5. Inside the box are going to be the coefficients starting at the highest, the one with the highest degree. So x to the 5th, the coefficient was 1. 5 for x to the 4th. Oops. What happened there? -4, -20, -12, -60. Okay, draw another line and put a plus sign. Here's how the algorithm works. Bring down the first term. Now you take your root and multiply it by that down there. So -5 times 1 is -5. That goes right there. And then you follow that same process again. So now I take 5 plus -5, that's 0. And then I go root times 0. Well, -5 times 0 is 0. That goes there. And now I take -4 plus 0, -4. Now I do that same process again. Root times -4. -5 times -4 is 20. That goes right here. And add these two together, gives me 0. Root times 0, -5 times 0 is 0. Add those two together, gives me -12. And then -5 times -12 is 60. And that gives me 0. Okay, so now, way to think about it, remember we started with a polynomial, we took out an answer. So we started with x to the 5th. So that means that this guy right here is going to represent x to the 4th. And then this spot will be x to the 3rd. It just keeps going down. X squared, x, that's going to be the constant number. And the 0 at the end, this just represents the remainder. For now, when we're solving, that has to be 0. If the remainder is not 0, you did something wrong. But in future mathematics, you will see the remainder is not always 0. Okay, so now I write my new equation. So I have 1x to the 4ths, or just x to the 4th, minus 4x squared, minus 12. And since we were equal to 0 up there, we're equal to 0 here. And here's my new equation. And in the next video, you'll see what we can do with that equation. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so set up your little box, put a root on the outside, and then start with the coefficients. -27, that's x to the 4th, -54, that's x to the 3rd. Now you have to be careful here. You might think, okay, I'm going to put 125 next. But there's nothing representing x squared, and we need to represent x squared. So what's something I could put there to represent x squared? 0. Perfect. So that represents x squared. Now I go 125 for x and 250 for the constant. Plus. And then you just do your algorithm. Bring down the first one, -27. Multiply together, 54. 0. -2 times 0 is 0. 0. -2 times 0 is 0. 125. -250. 0. Perfect. So my remainder is 0. Okay. So I started with x to the 4th. So this must be x to the 3rd. This will be x squared, this will be x, and then it'll be the number. So my equation will be negative 27 x to the third plus 125 and equals 0. Great. Okay, one more. Okay, before you run away screaming because it's a fraction, it's not that bad. Okay, let's set up our box. So negative 1/3 is the root. 24, 8. Be careful, there's no x squared, so I gotta put a 0. 81, 27. Bring down that 24. 24 times negative third is negative 8. 0, 0. Get a bunch of zeros sometimes. Most of the time, I don't know, it's 50-50. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't, but don't expect to see a bunch of zeros every single time. That's negative 27, 0. Started with x to the fourth. So that means that this is x cubed, x squared, x, coefficient, and then the remainder. So my equation is going to be 24x cubed plus 81 equals 0. Boom. Okay, hopefully that helped.